Hello, everyone. As a survivor of sexual assault, I faced the man who raped me in court a few years ago. The judge in my case was amazing. He was kind, empathetic, and listened to what I had to say. Not only that, he believed me. And so I, having had even that one experience in the courtroom, understood what it was like to be someone who was heard, understood, and believed. And recently, my extra daughter went through a case where she was stalked, threatened. This individual threatened to kill her, rape her. The list goes on, and she's Hispanic, so there were also a lot of derogatory terms. It was also racially motivated. So, given all of this information, she filed a restraining order. Unfortunately, she was put in the courtroom with William Sosnay. The judge issued to the final hearing on her case. When I tell you that I couldn't be more disgusted with the behavior of this judge towards the victim, my extra daughter, I couldn't believe what I was hearing from the judge, and the fact that the judge gave a 1-year probation and no no jail time, no work release, etc. It was probably one of the most disgusting acts of inhumane kindness I had ever seen towards anyone who has been a survivor. In fact, there is one review about him online. It says he's a contemptible man. Actually said this person was a bad mother with issues. Wouldn't look at the school records or affidavits showing the problem was their dad. After he gave my ex-husband full custody of my child, my child developed multiple medical problems. He starved them to the point of being 5'6" and 92 pounds. You can't personally sue a judge for being lazy and biased towards people with money. He almost killed my child. Great job. That's the one review, and I truly believe it because the defendant in my daughter's case was a young man who came from a privileged family. They had enough money to hire a lawyer to defend him in court. I am so absolutely disgusted by this judge that I do not think he should oversee anything but traffic court, minor traffic cases. It's obvious he does not like women, that he favors the abuser. I don't know his background or where he came from, but my experience in court was much, much different than that of my precious daughter. So I just want to say William Sosnay should not reside over cases where anyone is a victim of domestic abuse, stalking, sexual assault, etc. Any young women, and the problem is my daughter could not afford an attorney. So she went and sat at the table by herself. And the way the judge scolded her, talked down to her, and didn't have one word to say to the ignorant young man in this case. Didn't say that what you did was wrong. He didn't say, how dare you, sending these messages, threatening to kill her, threatening to rape her, using derogatory slurs against her heritage. He didn't say not one thing my friend wasn't allowed to read a victim impact statement. In fact, she disagreed with the 1 year of probation, and the judge said, "That's my final ruling. We're done." And we were all stunned. And then he basically told my extra daughter to leave. It sounded like he said, "We're done. You can leave." It was that bad. So I just want to say this man should not be practicing law in this type of environment. I'm going to be filing notifications with the court and go from there. So if you are a victim of any type of violence, make sure you get a judge who cares about us, about people like us, and doesn't support the abuser. So that's all I've got to say, and I'll be back.